Welcome to The Explainer. All right, today we're tackling a big one, how to build a digital presence that actually works for you, not just because of you. We're going to break down how top firms create a marketing machine that practically runs itself, freeing you, the leader, up to focus on what you do best.
Okay, let's really dive into this because this one idea, it's the key to getting out of what we call the golden cage. So many leaders are always chasing that one brilliant idea, that single viral post. But here's the thing. The market doesn't reward sporadic genius. It rewards relentless consistency. It's that steady, predictable pulse that builds an authority you just can't shake.
And that leads us right to the core problem for so many high-performing firms, random acts of marketing. It's what happens when your marketing is just an afterthought, right? Something you squeeze in between the big deals. And yeah, the GCI, the gross commission income, it might be fantastic, but that chaos, it doesn't just feel stressful. It's a huge drag on your ability to really scale.
Now, this whole inconsistent approach, it creates this massive hidden cost. We call it a fragility tax. It's the price you're paying for having a business that completely depends on your personal energy. Think about it. The second you get busy closing a big deal, what happens? Your marketing goes completely dark. And this just creates a vicious cycle of burnout and, maybe worst of all, it actively holds down your firm's real value.
So let's get right to the hard truth here. Without a system, your high GCI firm isn't actually building an institutional brand. No, it's operating more like a fragile, high-paying hobby. A real brand has predictable, always-on authority that doesn't care about your daily calendar. A hobby? It goes silent the second you get pulled away. To get out of this trap, you've got to make a pivotal choice. You can stick with what we call leader manual labor, where you personally are the bottleneck for every single post. Or you can make the shift to systemic execution. This is where the team actually owns the firm's visibility. And the results? They could not be more different. One path leads to burnout and a lower firm value. The other leads to durable authority and a real return on your investment in people.
So what's the solution? It's all about installing the marketing pulse. Now, this isn't just some new tactic. This is a non-negotiable weekly rhythm. It's the system that takes marketing from being a random, when-I-get-a-minute activity and makes it a core, predictable part of your operation. Just like accounting or client management.
And this is where the rubber meets the road. We turn theory into action with 3 super simple systemic steps. First up, the cadence lock. Pick a day, call it Marketing Tuesday, whatever works for you, and make it a sacred, recurring thing. Second, the calendar review. Block out just 60 minutes for your team to own the plan for the week ahead. And third, and this is crucial, delegation. You, the leader, you provide the big ideas, the strategic insights, you're the brain. But your team? They own the execution, the distribution, they're the body.
Now, what I love about this is how it lays out a simple, totally predictable workflow. Okay, look, on Monday, the leader creates one big pillar piece of content, a key market insight, maybe a short video. Then, on Tuesday, the team takes that one idea and slices it up into multiple posts for all the different platforms. And on Thursday, an admin schedules everything and does a final quality check. It's simple, it's clear, and most importantly, it doesn't depend on you.
All right, so how do you actually do this? This checklist, this is your game plan. You start with the template, you lock in a short, recurring approval meeting. Notice I said approval, not creation, and you define that simple Monday, Tuesday, Thursday workflow. The absolute key here is to enforce the standard. Schedule everything a full 7 days out. And the goal? Just get this done for 4 straight weeks. That's how you build a habit.
Okay, now it's time to get real. To really know if you have a system or just a hobby, you have to be brutally honest with yourself. So let's start with the absence test. If you were totally off the grid for the next 30 days, no phone, no email, nothing, would your marketing just keep on humming without a single missed beat? Or would your digital presence just flatline, making the market think you completely vanished?
Next up, the autonomy check. Take a hard look at your team. Have you truly empowered them with clear rules and the authority to get things done? Or are you, maybe even subconsciously, still hoarding control? Are you the one who has to personally hit publish on every single post because you just can't let go? You gotta be objective here.
And finally, the asset validation. This one cuts right to the bottom line. Does your firm have the systematic, always-on marketing engine that's required to command a premium institutional value? Or is your impressive GCI just hiding a fragile, chaotic operation that disappears the moment you, the leader, are finally doing your most valuable work? Look, the takeaway here is clear and it's incredibly actionable. Stop performing random acts of marketing. It's time to build something that lasts, something with real enterprise value.
Lock the cadence, delegate the pulse, build the platform.